It's not about making a nice impression. It's about making an impact. It's about doing your best. I learned how to learn impact from wisest personal matter more like a third grade dropout. Wisest and dropout in the same sentence is a rather oxymoronic, like jumbo shrimp. Hmm. Like fun now, and nothing fun about it. And it's not oxymoronic for me to say third grade and dropout. That third grade dropout, the wisest personal matter more like. Taught me to combine knowledge and wisdom to make an impact was my father. A simple truth. Was this man I've read in my life. Just a simple truth. Let's go in the third world part of the family just because let's go doesn't benefit education itself. Back then once I never allowed my school getting the weight of education. My father taught himself how to read, taught himself how to write. He said in the midst of syncretism was America was experiencing last gasp of civil war. My father decided to be a man, not a black man, not a Colombian, not a white man, but a man. He literally challenged himself to be the best that he could all the days of his life. A third grade dropout that was calling Michelangelo saying, us boys all have a problem if you aim high and miss, but I'm gonna a real issue if you aim at low and hit. A country mother calling Henry Ford saying, if you think you can or if you think you can, you're right. I learned that from third grade dropouts. Simple lessons. Lessons like this only rather be an hour early than a minute late. We never knew what time it was. My house clock was always ahead. My mother said nearly 30. My father left 3:45 in the morning. When they tried to ask why, Daddy, he said, maybe one of my boys will catch. Our daughter said, you're what you repeatedly do. Therefore, excellence thought to be had, not an act. Don't ever forget that. I know you're tough. I know you see what but always be kind. Always. Don't ever forget that. Never. Nurse mama. Yeah. If mommy ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. Daddy ain't happy, so nobody cares about you know. I'm telling you. That's the lesson. Lesson from a club there in the garden, son. Make sure your summer tower is bigger than your ego. Ego is the inner stage of the end of stupidity. Your mind have a rub to your mind. Let me say it again. Ego is the inner stage of the end of stupidity. Pride is the border of forest park. Don't think that's the best forever. I used it already. Colin was impact April. And with all those special, that's what I was trying to do in the middle of the week. What are you doing? Oh, sleeping. He's on gym floor. You wanna make an impact? Find your bloom. Every day of your life, you find your bloom and you grow your influence that way. That way you're attracting people so that you can impact them. Final lesson. So, if you're gonna do a job, do it right. I've always been told how average I can be. Always be being average, but I'm telling you something. I stand here before you, before all of these people, not listening to those words, but telling myself every single day to shoot for the stars, to be the best that I can be. Good enough is good enough if it can be better, and better is good enough if it can be best. Let me close with a very personal story that or brings into focus. Wisdom and continuing, unlike its sources, a lot of times it's through failure. When you hear rock bottom, remember this. While you're struggling, rock bottom because of your transformation is to go. I'm not worried, from time to time. Personally, guess all just growing. Just the person continue to grow. Making the family. When you introduce to the family. How much place woman I noticed in my life. Back in my day, we have called brick house. This one. Be online, man. The flights that hadn't come out yet. They're like quarterbacks and running backs. We are these days in Tina Williams from Longview, California. And we all dancing. We just decided, and I decided in the middle of the dancing that I asked her a phone number. Tina was the first one. Tina was the only one in college to get me a real telephone number. My friends could believe it. This has been 40 years ago. My friends still can't believe it. We got on a second date, and a third date, and a fourth date. We drive from Chico to Vallejo so that she could be my parents. My father misses her, my daddy, my hero. He misses her, pushed me to the side and says, "Is she psycho?" But anyway, we got together 4 years, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. By now, Trina was a senior in college, but I still a freshman in something song. I'm so glad that I graduated 4 times. Listen for Carl Reagan. So I told your girlfriend in East California, it's 7 has to be house. I have to have a calendar. And you have to have, some chocolate. And listen, I'm from the hood. I had a bottle of spoons per month. That's what I had. She said yes. That was the key. I married the most beautiful woman I've seen in my life. You're ever been to marry in New York before the wedding starts. Here it is. How in the world? I was coming from my side of the family. Remember, we have a future. Our lives are great. Okay, trying to find around with our last breast cancer. Years after that diagnosis, me and my 2 little girls went to mommy's castle. For 2 years, heart didn't beat. Was for those 2 we stand here today. Was for the 2 little boys, and I had no reason to go on. I was completely lost. Then was rock bottom. You know what sustained me? The list of over 30. Simple Cook from California Maritime Academy. With the casket. I never seen my dad cry. That was his daughter. So my dad, there was his daughter. Tina was his daughter. Not his daughter-in-law. And right behind my father, about to see her for the last time on this earth. My father shared 3 words for me to change my life. With the casket, it will be the last you ever teach me. He said, son, just stand. You keep standing. You keep standing. No matter how rough the sea, you keep standing. I'm not talking about just water. You keep standing. No matter what, you don't give up. I learned that lesson from my 3rd grade dropout. And it's clearly as I talk to you. Last words to me. She looked me in the eyes. She said, it doesn't matter to me any longer how long I live. What matters to me most is how I live. Yes, or one question. A question that I was asked all my life by 3rd grade dropout. How you living? How you living? Every day ask yourself that question, how you living? Here's what I cook. In the dining center, I suggest you to live this way. That you not judge. That you show early. That you be kind. That you make sure the service store do something, you do it the right way. That cook will tell you this. That it's never wrong to do the right thing. That how you do everything is how you do everything. In that way, you're growing your influence. In that way, growing your influence. Can I make sorry? month of 2017. It is with great honor, and I say all your lives, look at those all places for wisdom, for seeking the wisdom, and asking yourself, may God rich bless you all. Thank you for having me again.